Alrighty, so this is Decent with People News. Okay, this video is without prejudice and or without recourse. Okay, I'm not an attorney, I'm not going to give legal advice, just my opinion only, so do not take it as legal advice, people. Okay, because I'm not an attorney. Alright, never look straight forward, always look around you, be able to protect yourself by any means necessary. Which brings about this court case here. Now I'm going to stand on arm's length from this. Okay, however, there may be about 4, maybe 5 videos of this, and the key words is what the judges say. Okay, some of you guys may already know, but you know that municipal courts is not actually constitutional courts. They are in fact code, statutes, rules, regulations. Okay, and the municipal courts, constitutionally speaking, was developed to enforce rules, regulations, statutes, and codes for the corporation, businesses, McDonald's, Burger King, Taco Bell, Walmart, all them people. All right, and if there is some type of conflict going on, the municipal court has specifically was designed for that. Okay, breaking some type of ordinance. Okay, American jurisprudence ordinance says member of corporation. Okay, so if they say the ordinance apply to you, then you are agreeing to the terms that you are a McDonald's and you must adhere by their code, statutes, rules, regulations, statutes. Okay, resident means renter. So if you own your own property, then you're not a resident. Okay, by American jurisprudence. Okay, now this municipal judge, sometime or another, and I don't know, can't remember exactly when, he will not accept American jurisprudence that was designed for him and the attorney's a guidebook to go by. He is supposed to go by it, and denying it, he is denying what he is supposed to actually go by. Just saying. However, I can be wrong. Okay, I'm not a judge. I'm not an attorney. Okay, look this up for your own. Okay, so let's proceed forward and see what's going on. Okay, and there's certain things in here that may or may not be agreeable with y'all. However, it's not that we need to look at. It's the system itself. Okay. Lawfully speaking, we are a common law country, people. So if I decide to go in common law to settle my matters, I have that right. Which goes back into what? The 10th Amendment. Okay? It reserve the rights for the state or people. Okay? It doesn't say and or this, that. It's or. So if the state does something against my wishes, then that means I have actual legal authority to disagree with the state of forcing that upon me. Just saying. All right, let's go.
Sir, I'll stand, that's fine, I can stand over here. I would like to state for the record, though, I am the principal for that trust. I am, Anderson is my clan name. My given name is Chris, I go by Chris. I do know that I filed the proper common law paperwork within the court here to show that I have a copyright notice over that name that this court is using on that trust. And the court does not have permission in written express consent to use said registered copyrighted trademark trade name.
Well, I don't know why we would use it to begin with, other than to address you while you're in court.
Well, sir, that's why I was addressing the court and giving them the consent to use my name, Chris, and not Christopher Anderson, as that the court does not have that consent.
Very well. It should be noted that you appeared on the 14th of September. And we continued it until today for a motions hearing. And you have filed the motions. And so,
Well, sir, if I may, this was actually scheduled to go to trial on the 12th of October. However, the court rescheduled it and did not give notice that it was rescheduled. I actually had to call in and find out from the court because I have not received anything in the mail from the court.
that you actually,
And the judge is actually saying, yeah, he has received these things. However, courts absolutely do this on purpose when you challenge their authority. They absolutely, on purposely, try to bypass it where you absolutely miss court so they can issue a warrant. They will do that. And then say that you received it. That judge has no first-hand knowledge that he received it, but yet he's going to say he did receive it. Really, what first-hand knowledge do you have?
did not take your file to the clerk as requested, but nonetheless you were sent notice and you're here today, so we're all set. And your first motion is a motion to demand this court read all the pleadings filed with this court and only adhere to constitutionally compliant law and more particularly the Bill of Rights in its rulings. You may proceed with your argument on this motion.
So I require a plaintiff to appear in court. I offer remedy to all verified claims. However, the people of the state of Colorado is not a person. I am one of the people of the state of Colorado, and I am not a corporation. I am, again, a spiritual being. I am a living, breathing, live, flesh and blood spiritual being, and I am not a corporation or a legal, quote, person, nor am I a surety for one. Therefore, I filed that particular motion also because the last hearing on the 14th of September, you had pled me not guilty. I did not make a plea during that hearing.
No, actually I did not. You objected to that being done, and so I struck that, so you did not plead not guilty. So, for the purposes of this hearing, it should be noted that speedy trial has not begun to run.
Okay, and
I'm gonna pause right there. Now, on that last court deal, the judge did make a plea for him, but the judge did not tell him that he was not going to follow through with it, and most judges actually do follow through with it. And then you have to challenge that and say, hey, I did not give you this authority. The judge did this on my behalf, and all that kind of stuff. But he said he didn't do it, so I'm going to take that with a grain of salt. The judge decided to not do it. And there's a reason for it. Because that makes the judge liable for this action, people. And he knows it, apparently. Let's go.
I'm not going to make any plea or plea deals. I am just here to, as the administrator of that account, that I do not consent to this matter, that I am here in special divine appearance only to challenge the jurisdiction and to have this matter dismissed. I believe that the court lacks jurisdiction, as does the prosecuting attorney, and I would like to see the supposed jurisdiction duly placed into evidence. As this court cannot move on facts that are not in evidence, I would like to see where the competent facts witness is and where the damaged party is. I would like to see and face my accuser who brings this claim.
You are basically requesting discovery. That would be conducted once you have entered a plea of not guilty.
Well, we could...
Excuse me, let me talk now. So that is all a part of the process. Do you have anything further on this motion?
Well, I do not understand how the...
Okay. No, challenging jurisdiction can happen at any given time. So that's not in discovery. He can do it right now. And that judge is to tell him right then and there how he got jurisdiction. And I got some videos of court cases where they said that the judge has to plain out say how they did it. Okay? Or the prosecutor, by the way. Okay? So this judge is incorrect. He's bypassing, as usual. Just saying.
This court in which you denied me last time on the 14th of September, you did state on record that you would not adhere to the American Jurisprudence Book 16 under constitutional law. You said that I had to have it on a motion. You said that you would not adhere to any constitutional law as I did not have it on a motion. I had requested it in that hearing on that day, in which I could have had this matter dismissed on that day had you adhered to your solemn oath. But instead, it was, I did not know that you had stricken it because you never stated that your plea of not guilty was stricken from the record during your last
I
hearing.
did, but you were too busy interrupting me to hear it. Anything further on this specific motion?
If he did say it, the judge said it quietly where he could not hear it.
Do you wish to reply to this, Mr. Gregory?
Yeah, first I'd like to acknowledge that under Rules 212 of the Colorado Municipal Procedure, almost
Rules 212. I need to look that one up. I can't remember.
shall be oral unless otherwise ordered by the court. It's my understanding that the court did ask Mr. Anderson to file a written motion. If the court wants the people's response in writing, they can certainly provide that, but I think our statements orally today will suffice unless the court wants to take it under advisement and ask that the motion be carried further. With respect to this motion to demand the court read all pleadings filed with this court and only adhere to the Constitution and compliant law, more particularly the Bill of Rights and its rulings. I guess from the people's standpoint, in all matters in front of this court, I think it's imperative that we uphold defendant's constitutional rights and follow the Bill of Rights. So, as a matter of the spirit of this motion, I only find a few things objectionable. The people do object to some of the statements included in section 4 of this motion, which states certain parts of acknowledgement of their sovereign nation, and the government, this and other courts serving American citizens pursuant to subsection 3 states acknowledge that lack of constitutional authority precludes any action and voids it ruling by this court. I object to the comment or the statement that this court lacks authority or legislative jurisdiction. I guess generally I can't provide some basis of people's basis for this court's jurisdiction over Mr. Anderson, or whatever name he wants to call himself. It's a little bit confusing to me when reading through some of these motions because Mr. Anderson does appear to acknowledge the legitimacy of the U.S. Constitution and other places, and then to assert his right of a sovereign citizen. His government doesn't have authority over him, but I will reference the U.S. Constitution generally. This court does have jurisdiction that derives from both the U.S. Constitution, the state constitution, and the common regulation, the municipal charter. Under the 10th Amendment of the Constitution, which is recognized by Mr. Anderson, it clearly states the power is not delegated to the United States by the Constitution or prohibited by the states or reserved in the state of the United States. different elements. To the town of Breckenridge, the right to establish town ordinances and enforce those town ordinances through the municipal court. Section 13 also of the Colorado all alleged violations of ordinance provisions in such a city or town. It was found to as the court take judicial notice that this was an incident that happened in the town of Breckenridge, and that this court thereby has the authority and the jurisdiction to what is found.
So wish to respond.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Okay, we're going to pause it right there, y'all. Or start a new video. Now, he did recognize the 10th Amendment, but he did not follow all the way through with the 10th Amendment, the prosecutor. Okay? He did speak it, but he did not fully understand it. The right to the state or to the people. Okay? He just thinks it's one and the same, but it's not. And that's how they trick us. Right? Now, the sovereign citizen he brought up, okay, that's just the crap, okay? Again, just stand as a man, make it quick and simple. You can be sovereign, but if you're sovereign, you cannot be sovereign over another sovereign, okay? Now, sovereign citizen, that's just somebody came up with that, whether it was the government or whether somebody just thought it was a good idea to say it. But if you're sovereign, you're sovereign. Whether you put citizen on the end or judge at the end, if you're sovereign, you're sovereign. Okay? A man's got inalienable rights. Okay? And the only way inalienable rights can be taken is when you cause harm upon another one, which goes by what? The Constitution. Okay? That's how they can take your rights away, your inalienable rights away from you, is because you waive them once you inflict harm upon someone else. Okay? And that's what the Constitution is. Alright, as when you stepped outside of that sovereignty and become a criminal. Alright? This will be the People News. Bye, y'all.